In this lesson, we're going to be talking about TCP scanning with Unicornscan. The first thing I want to do is I actually have Unicornscan installed on here. It is not a program that actually is in the Ubuntu repositories, so it's something you would actually have to install from source. So I've installed it. I've built all of the dependencies. I've got it running here. So I've got Unicornscan. And it doesn't actually provide help unless you say I need help. Here's all of the options that we have available to us. The first thing I want to do is I want to figure out what mode I'm going to be scanning in. And I want to do T for TCP. So that's just a simple SYN scan, basically. If I wanted to do a full connect scan, then I would do SF. First of all, I need to be running as root, so I'm going to use sudo unicornscan -mt. I'm going to do 172.30.42.82. And I'm just going to let it run like that. And then after we've done this, I'll show you how to specify individual ports for Unicornscan to actually pick up. We didn't actually turn anything up here, so let's try that. And let's see if we've got anything on these ports. So we're going to run at this point with those particular ports. Then we did actually turn up port 22 and port 80 when we specified there. So there are other things that we can actually do with Unicornscan. And one is that we can generate a log file, and we can also do a write out to a PCAP. You can see here we've actually got a PCAP filter that we could use for the receiver part of the program. Remember, Unicornscan actually breaks up into a sender and a receiver into two entirely different processes or threads. One of the reasons that it does that is actually to just be a little bit more efficient. So let's do a full TCP scan. I'm going to get rid of the T and just do an SF there. Actually, what I want to do is I'm going to add a -V and get some additional detail out of it. These are the ports that it's actually checking, or that it says that it's checking here. And we've turned up port 22, port 80, and port 1241 is actually listening as well. So this time we didn't actually specify any ports. Remember, the previous one we had set colon and then the port number list with comma separation. Here I didn't actually provide any ports. Once I did the verbose, it actually showed me the ports that it was going to take a look at, and told me what interface it was going to use to do it, and then we've got some statistics here as well. And then finally, we get the list of the open ports, and in this case, it's just 3 open ports. You can see Unicornscan here has a lot of interesting capabilities, and again, we could write the PCAP out so we could take a look at it in Wireshark, for example, and I would just do that with the -W, and it would send the PCAP file out to disk, and then we could look at it separately and be able to see all of the different packets and the payloads that were sent to the different ports that it checked. But that's just TCP scanning using Unicornscan. And again, there's a lot of other capabilities that Unicornscan has that you could take advantage of.